Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said Friday he doesn't know of any meetings between Ukrainian and Russian officials at the Munich Security Conference, as referenced by Donald Trump. According to Associated Press, he was talking ahead of a meeting with Vice President J.D. Vance, who will lead the U.S. delegation at the conference amid intense concern and uncertainty over the Trump administration's foreign policy. The future of Ukraine will be the top item on the agenda following a phone call between Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin this week. They pledged to work together to end the three-year-old Russia-Ukraine conflict. Vance will meet Zelenskyy for talks that many hope will shed some light on Trump's ideas for a negotiated settlement to the war. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was supposed to join them but was delayed when his plane developed mechanical problems.
The Defence Secretary, the new Defence Secretary, has said very clearly there won't be any US troops on the ground. What do you think about that? And can you just tell us, will you or anyone from your delegation be meeting any Russians here? Donald Trump said there's going to be meetings here in Munich. Is that happening?
No, I don't know about it. But maybe somebody knows more than me. But by the way, let's start from the second part of your question. I think it's important because a lot of information before about some meetings, some fantastic meetings with some Russians. I don't know who are they, and also with somebody with Russia and America in the Saudi Arabia, and a lot of such information. So I will be very clear. First, I see the order of meetings and decisions. First of all, I don't want to meet just with Russians, just to meet for what? No, we see the order of meetings. As I said, the order is United States, Europe, then Russia. Be ready to this meeting. That is the first. We are not against everything, but we are supporting this. Not everything, but this. This is okay for us. The second point, no, I don't know what the meeting are here in Munich. I don't know. The third, yes, I will have official visit. We planned it. I have in Middle East. I have some visits, and be honest, and I'm not sure that security is okay with it, but be honest. But I have to answer. Otherwise, there will be a lot of mess in the atmosphere. Yeah. So.
The use of civilian vehicles by soldiers of the Russian army on the front line has increased. This includes various types of passenger cars, motorcycles, pickup trucks, UAZ cars, and quadricycles. This is mainly due to the fact that the occupying army is experiencing a shortage of military vehicles. The low defense capabilities of civilian vehicles against drones and other weapons also increases the number of casualties in the Russian army. Ukrainian drones have consistently targeted civilian vehicles carrying Russian servicemen, causing significant casualties to the occupying army. Footage circulating on Telegram channels shows drone operators from the Kherson unit striking at Russian soldiers traveling in various civilian vehicles. As a result, a large number of cars and motorcycles were blown up and destroyed, and the Russian soldiers traveling in these vehicles were killed. Bashar al-Assad left Syria after meeting with a Russian official. This was stated by Hafez Assad, the son of former Syrian President Bashar Assad. He noted that if his family had intended to leave Syria, it would have done so in either 2012 or 2013, when Damascus was under siege and regularly bombed. According to Hafez Assad, the presidential family had no plans to leave Syria until the person from Russia arrived, but everything changed on the night of December 7 to 8. Bashar al-Assad's son defended his dissertation in Moscow, while his mother, Asma, is receiving treatment in Moscow. Hafez Assad said that the shelling near Damascus did not scare them and called it reality. Hafez Assad expressed his views that the army is preparing to defend the Syrian capital. Everything changed after midnight. A Russian official came to our house in Al-Malki and conveyed a request to move to Latakia for a few days to monitor the fighting of the regime forces. At Damascus International Airport, the former president's brother, Mar Assad, joined them. At 3 in the morning, they were taken to the country's Khmeimim military base on a Russian military plane. After the plane landed, they were supposed to go to the president's residence in the Burj Islam district. This residence is located 40 kilometers from the airport. However, subsequent attempts to contact the residence were unsuccessful, and no one answered the calls. At this point, Bashar Assad received information that the military had withdrawn from the battlefield. Hafez Assad emphasized that during the daytime they received information from the Russian command at the Khmeimim base about the seriousness of the situation in the surrounding areas. They told us that it was no longer possible to leave the base, because the terrorists had spread throughout the country. The situation had become chaotic and contact with the country's military leadership was lost. After consultations with Moscow, they told us that a request had been sent to Russia for our evacuation. Some time passed, and we boarded a plane bound for Moscow, and at night we landed at the airport in Moscow.